Hey, this is Corey from Self-Reliance, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a problem that I personally have and how I am trying to fix it. So what is the problem? The problem is that I'm spending so much time, money, and energy into trying to be as self-reliant as I possibly can, as self-sufficient as I possibly can, and I feel like I waste so much time researching things that I'm never going to be able to do. Right? I live in the city. I can't have cows, chickens, rabbits, all of these things, and yet I watch homesteaders taking care of their chickens and their rabbits and all of these different things. And why? I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like it literally is not allowed where I live. And so all that time and energy that I've put into learning about chickens and rabbits is just wasted. The other thing is, like when it comes to buying tools and buying different things, I'm always wondering, am I buying things that are getting me closer to self-reliance, or am I just buying them because people told me that they would be helpful? You know what I mean? Am I actually using all of the tools that I buy? Am I actually becoming more self-sufficient? Or am I just buying them and then just letting them sit around and rot? You know, how much money and energy am I wasting buying things that I could have lived without? You know what I mean? And so how am I fixing that problem? Well, starting today, I'm going to base it on 5 different things. If it does not fall into one of these 5 categories, I'm not going to invest any of my energy into them. And so what are the 5 things? I'm going to tell you what the 5 things are, and then we're going to dive deeper into each one. So let's get into it. Number 1 is I need to be able to take care of myself both physically and mentally. Number 2, I need to be able to take care of my home. Number 3, I need to be able to take care of my vehicle. Number 4, I need to make an income. And income isn't just money. It could be if it saves me time, if it saves me energy, if it saves me frustration, if it saves me stress, if it's saving me something, it's a form of an income. And number 5, is it helping me manage my time? Okay, so let's dive into each one of these deeper. Number 1 is taking care of myself. I need to be able to physically do what needs to get done. I need to be able to physically cook and clean and fix things and take care of things. And I need to be able to physically do what needs to get done. I also need to be mentally capable of doing these things. I need to have the knowledge to accomplish these things. I need to know if I'm having an electrical issue, right? I need to know how to diagnose and fix that electrical problem. I also need to have the mental capability to not put it off. Like, oh, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I'll study it tomorrow. Right? Procrastination can't happen. You know what I mean? I need to have the mental toughness to push through, even though I'm depressed and I just want to stay in bed all day. No, you need to get up. You need to do what needs to get done. You know, I need to have the mental strength to push forward, and I need to have the knowledge to accomplish what needs to be accomplished. And so being able to take care of myself physically and mentally is literally the key to all of this. You cannot do anything if you're sick all the time. You can't do anything if you're procrastinating and putting things off all the time. You can't do anything if you're not studying and learning how to accomplish the things you want to accomplish. So mental strength and fortitude, physical strength to do what needs to get done is number 1. Number 2, you need to be able to take care of your home. Whatever your home is, whether you live in an apartment or a house or you have a 100-acre ranch or your mom's basement, you need to be able to take care of that home because your home is where you're keeping all your stuff, right? This is where everything about you takes place. This is where you cook, where you eat, where you store your medicines, where you sleep, get a good night's sleep, where everything that you do in your life that is important usually starts with the quality of your home and your home life. So you need to be able to take care of that. Number 3 is your vehicle. I need to be able to take care of my vehicle personally. Where I live, there are no buses. There is no bus station. There is no subway. There is no taxis. I've never taken a taxi in my life. Oh, I took one taxi in Fargo. I took a taxi one time. But there's none of that exists where I live. Right? You either have your own vehicle or you know somebody with a vehicle and they drive you around. And so for me personally, I need to be able to take care of and maintain my vehicle. If you have a bus station, you need to be on top of what is that bus station, when are they coming, where are they going, what time is this and that. If a bus breaks down and it's not going to be where you want it to be, what are your backup options? What are multiple different ways of getting to and from work, to and from the grocery store, to and from the pharmacy, to and from the convenience store, to and from all of these places that we need to have access to get the things that we need. You have to know how to get there and back at any time, right? I need to maintain my vehicle in order to accomplish that. You might need to study the bus station and the bus stops to accomplish that. You might need to learn about the taxi systems and how to flag down taxis and how to get them to, go from point A to point B. Again, I don't know anything about those things, but if that's your mode of transportation, you need to be on top of that. Mine personally is my vehicle. Number 4 is an income. An income is anything that generates a positive in your life. Okay? So like in the description box down below, I have an affiliate link to Amazon. If you click on that link, you can buy whatever you want. You buy whatever you want. It's no extra cost to you. I receive money or as a commission off of everything you buy. Right? So if I link this clipboard, which I'm not going to do, but if I link this clipboard and you click on that link and then you buy a flat screen TV and a refrigerator, I get credit for the flat screen TV and the refrigerator because my job isn't to sell you anything. My job is just to get you on the site. Right? So if my affiliate link gets you onto their site, it's their job to sell you whatever they want to sell you. My job is just to get you onto the site, and if I can do that, I get a small commission on whatever it is you buy. That's an income. But also, the comment section, all of the knowledge and information and stories that you guys share in that comment section helps me save time. It helps me. A lot of times you guys will mention a product and I will buy the product based on your recommendation and it will save me so much frustration, right? The tool makes the job so much easier that just the reduced amount of stress is enough income for me to be thankful for that comment section. The amount of time I've saved by little tips and tricks that you guys have learned over the years, because to be honest, a lot of people that are watching my channel are quite a bit older than me. They are much more older and knowledgeable and wiser than I am. And those little tips and tricks in that comment section are just as valuable, if not more valuable, than those affiliate links. Because again, the time, money, and frustration that you guys have saved me in those comments is another reason why I just keep coming back. Usually the affiliate links help me with the camera gear and the microphones and the lighting and the gear and the clipboards and all the things that I need to make these videos. But the comment section is what makes me want to make these videos. It's what makes me keep coming back week after week after week to make more videos, because that's a huge form of income to me that I don't want to lose, right? And so all of these different things, even if it's learning a skill, right? If I learn a new skill that saves me a ton of money, that's an income. If I learn a skill that lets me help others and it brings me a lot of joy and it makes me a lot of friends, that's an income, right? This led to a huge increase in my life, which is an income. Sometimes an income is just, like I said, you guys give me a little tip or trick and then I do it, and it's what used to be an extremely stressful job to me is now easy and sometimes even fun to do. saving me all of that stress and frustration, reducing it down to nothing, is a huge income to me, right? And so if it's not increasing something, if it's not creating some kind of increase in my life, I need to really evaluate, is it worth, number 5, my time, right? And so time is something that a couple months ago I never would have even thought about it. This is more of a very recent thing. Time that I've learned that I don't have enough time to learn how to do everything. I don't have enough time to buy everything and learn how to use it. Even if I had every single tool ever made, right? I don't have time to learn how to use all of those tools. So there's no point in me having them. You understand? I don't have time to learn every single skill that I can possibly be, right? So I need to pick and choose what skills are the most important, right? I don't have time to learn everything. I don't have time to use everything. I don't have time to fix everything. I don't have time to maintain. If I had every single tool imaginable, I would probably spend every waking moment of my life maintaining those tools and never even having a chance to use them, because I'm just oiling and greasing and lubricating and boiled linseed oil, and this one can't have WD-40, it needs lithium grease. This one can't have lithium grease, it needs the WD. This one needs a silicone lubricant. This needs that. This, you know what I mean? It would just be nonstop me maintaining all of this stuff and never actually having time to use it. You know what I mean? One of the things that, I've really come to acknowledge, I have a lot of stuff. I have bought a lot of stuff. And when I pick up something that I spent $100, $200 on, and it's all rusted out because I forgot to oil it, I forgot to dry it off before I put it away, I forgot to, because I didn't have time, right? I was trying to do a 2-hour job in a 1 hour because all I had was an hour, and so now nothing's quite right. Nothing was put away proper. I cut all these corners. I don't have time to do everything. Sometimes it's easier and worth the money to buy a shelf than build one. Sometimes it's easier to run to Walmart and let them change your oil this one time, because it's worth, I don't have the time to do it myself this time. Doesn't mean I have to go there every single time, but this time I don't have the time to. I'd rather have them do it and use less quality less quality oil, less quality oil filter, and have it done and have it save my engine, than me not do it at all because I don't have time, right? There's so many things that I can't have rabbits and chickens where I live. It's literally against they'll come and they'll take my rabbits and chickens. It's not worth my time buying them. It's not worth my time learning how to deal with them. It's not worth my time even thinking about it. Rabbits and chickens, if you can have them, do your research, take the time, learn as much as you can. I'm not going to take any time learning about chickens and rabbits because I'm not allowed to have them. My garden beds can't be permanently mounted in my yard. My garden beds are movable, technically. It would be a nightmare moving them, but they're just 2x6s and 4x4s in the corner. So in theory, and then we fill them with dirt. So in theory, we can just pick them up, throw them away, and because I can pick them up and throw them away, they're not taking up the drainage something. I don't know, but if I had them permanently mounted into the ground, like if I would have dug it out and put plywood down so that things couldn't dig up underneath and had it permanently mounted, I wouldn't have enough for a shed. They wouldn't let me get a shed because a shed is permanently mounted. And so these are all little games that I have to play to get what I want, and I'm spending time playing those games, so I don't want to invest time into rabbits and chickens and things that I can't have. I can't have a wood burning stove inside my house. I can't. If I get caught, it's not going to be good. I'm going to get a huge fine. They're going to take my wood stove. So this is what led to a lot of this. Is I thought about buying a wood stove just to have it, right? And worst case scenario, I'll always have that wood stove for heat. Problem is I live in the middle of a prairie. There are more cornfields than trees where I live. Meaning, if I bought a wood burning stove, number one, I can't use it. I literally can't. I'll get fined. And number two is I don't have enough wood to burn in it. So what's the point of buying it? And I've put a lot of time into researching wood burning stoves. Lots of time. And it was all a waste, and I regret it. And that's what led me to making this list. And I'm going to keep this list handy, because if what I'm doing doesn't fall into one of these categories, if it's wasting my time, if it's not creating an income, if it's not helping me take care of my vehicle, if it's not helping me take care of my home, if it's not helping me take care of myself or my mental health, I'm not going to waste any time researching it. I'm not going to waste any time thinking about it. I'm not going to waste any money buying it. I want to be able to make sure that I can do the best I can with what I have, and that I'm not wasting time focusing on things that can't happen. Here's another example. These windows. The windows inside my house, I don't like them. Okay, they're cheap. I don't like them. So I researched what makes a window good. What are the best windows? Right? The best windows, the windows that I want, are so far out of my price range, I will never have them. Like, never. I will never have the best windows because they are so expensive, it's ridiculous. Okay, so what is the second best windows? Still too expensive. Third best, still too expensive. By the time I researched everything and found a really good compromise on what I could afford and the quality and by the time I figured out exactly what it is that I wanted, they're not much better than what's already in my house. They are better, but not by much. And so, again, I spent so much time researching windows for nothing, for literally nothing. All of that time I could have spent into working on a project, fixing up the house, cleaning, learning new recipes, learning a new skill. There's so many better things I could have spent that time on, but I spent so much time and energy into researching windows just to find out what we have is actually what we need, right? We're only going to do a little bit better than what's already there, and the time it would take to rip out these windows, the money it would take to dispose of these windows, and then buy the new windows and install the new windows, it's better just to keep what we got. You know what I mean? That is a lot of time and energy that I put into absolutely nothing. And so, hopefully, with this list, taking care of self, body and mind, taking care of home, taking care of vehicle, making an income, managing time, by having this list, I can stop spending so much time, money, energy, and resources into things that don't matter, and focus all of my time, money, and energy into things that actually will benefit me and help me achieve self-reliance to the best of my personal ability. I'm not going to be fully self-reliant, but I'm going to be the best that I can be. So, in that comment section, I want to know, what are some things that you do to help achieve self-reliance in whatever situation that you are in. I want to know, what are the things that really have helped you? What are the things that you actually use? Not just sit on a shelf collecting dust, but actually use. Again, that comment section is like gold to me. And so leave as many comments as you would like. It's getting harder and harder for me to get to all of the comments. I try to read them as they come up. But again, I don't have the time to respond to all of them. I'm trying to find a resource that can help me with that. But I read all of the comments. I try my best to reply to all of the comments. I might not get to you. It might take some time. But again, I love that comment section. It means the world to me. So keep the comments coming. And I cannot wait to see you on the next video.